Generals gathered in the masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers of death construction.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching Outdoors with Hope. We got a special episode for you today. We're in the kitchen. It's raining outside, so today we're in the kitchen. Couldn't go hunting. This weekend, however, I was down in McDowell County, West Virginia, and I was blessed with an amazing trip. Thanks again to Eric and Paige. Amazing trip down to McDowell County where I got a 7-point buck. So be sure and check out my channel, like my page, subscribe, do all those things the kids are doing these days. But today, we got a special treat for you. We got that 7-point buck on the ground. We got it in the garage. We got it skinned out and cut up. I figured I'd go ahead and take time to cook up something special. And today, we are going to get to the heart of the matter, right down to the heart of the matter. Stay tuned, because today, I'm going to show you how to cook some deer heart. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's not as scary as it looks, okay? It's just a muscle. It's just meat, all right? And I'm going to show you how to prepare deer heart, so stay tuned. Hello, everybody watching Outdoors with Hope. Today, I figured while my deer ribs are cooking, let's take a look at the deer ribs right quick, if I can spin you around. Got the heart laid out here, and I have already made a cut on it on this side, and I'll show you in a minute. I just wanted to show you, this is, just meat. I've already cleaned it up a good bit, but you don't, you can shave off some more of the fat or whatever. Taking my knife, and I made a slice, and there's no way to mess this up. So don't be afraid you got to do it any certain way. I'm no professional butcher. I'm a professional eater. All right, but look at this meat. The organ meat is some of the most nutrient-rich meat you can get in any animal. The heart, the liver. I don't really like liver, but oh, the heart. This is the best part of the deer. This is just solid red meat. It's delicious. But I made a slice there. All of this you can clean out. And then you can, if you want to go ahead and get some of this fat off, just run your knife down on it and carve it off the edge. Look at this. There's some fat on this side. There's no way I'm throwing that away. That's getting cooked. Trust me. Just trust me. So you got to cut open like this, and then I like to cook my steaks, all of my deer steaks, whether it's tenderloin, hams, whatever it is out of a deer. I like to cook my steaks real nice and thin. Cut some more of this stuff off. Real nice and thin, so that way I can get olive oil and seasoning all the way through the meat, so it's in every bite, and you don't get any bland, just wild game flavor. I'm going to take and cut some thin steaks right out of this big chunk of heart, and that right there is what I'm going for. I just want a nice thin piece of steak that I can tenderize and season up on both sides, and it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to cut several more of those. You have to cut some of the plumbing out of here, for lack of a better word. Do a little surgery. We'll open heart surgery, literally. Again, no way you can mess this up. I'm gonna cook that one just like that. Oh, it looks delicious. So there we have it. We've got a nice deer heart cut up. I'm going to lay it out here on the cutting board and tenderize it. Then I'm going to season it. And then we're going to put it in the air fryer, and I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on it and take you through the process. I'll take my meat mallet, and it's hammer time. And there you go. You want it looking like this. You want it all shredded up. Now, a lot of folks are out there saying it's deer heart, it's tender enough. You're savages. See, I'm getting old. When you get old, your teeth get dull. I want it as tender as possible. Now what we got here is some garlic powder, got black pepper, smokehouse maple from McCormick's. Adds a little bit of sweetness. That's all you need, right? That and some olive oil, butter if you want, but Mountain loves his in batter. So I'm gonna get him some House Autry seafood seasoning breading mix. Doesn't really matter what order you go in with the seasonings. I like to be fairly liberal with my garlic, not so much with the pepper. And then, yeah, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, if I want some sweetness, I put a lot of that smokehouse maple on there, and then since this is for Mountain, I know he gonna want some sweetness. Black pepper, cover it up good. And the smokehouse maple. It smells good. And as good as the ribs are smelling over in the crock pot, you know it smells good. If I can smell it over top of the ribs. Take a look at the deer ribs right quick. All right, so once you have your seasoning on there, I like to then take olive oil. And I'll put a little light cover olive oil on it before I beat the rest of that in on this side. And that'll just kind of hold everything together and give it a good flavor down through the meat. And then I'll take my meat mallet, and you want to do this lightly so it doesn't splash all over the place. You keep it on the meat. Just lightly at first here. And if you can see, I know the shadows here, but you can see down here what I've already hammered in, and it just soaks everything down into the meat so good. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my air fryer, so we'll have a little extra noise, but I want it to be heating up. Then I'm gonna flip over all this meat, and I'm gonna repeat the same process. Now you see this side, I left some fat on, right, for flavor, and I don't mind that. You can shave that off, but I'm just, on this side, I'm gonna beat it a little more just to make sure that everything's nice and chewable. Now we're gonna season it again on this side. Now that that's done, I'm gonna put this in a bag with some House Autry seasoning, give it a shake, and then into the air fryer. Once you have it in your shaker bag, leave some air in there. Don't squeeze out all the air, so it has room to move around and separate. Then you seal up your bag. I like to roll it down a couple times just in case the zipper fails. But then you got a pocket of air in here, right? And that's so the meat will move around. It'll just fluff around in there, and it won't stick together. It'll have room to get seasoned on. We now have our deer heart cut up, seasoned, and battered. So we're going to place it in the air fryer. And I'll go ahead and warn you, my air fryer is a mess. So I use my air fryer. That's my air fryer, and that's her air fryer. I like my air fryer to have some character. You just pull it right out of the seasoning. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. And you just layer down in there. Pretty as you please. And we're going to go ahead and fill that up. We'll cover up the whole bottom of the air fryer. I don't stack it up, I'll just do a couple of batches. So now it's in the air fryer. What we're going to do, we're going to let it cook for just a few minutes. I don't know, 4 to 5. I'm not one to watch the clock. I'll just look at it once in a while. Once that House Autry starts to get a little brown, we're going to go ahead and drizzle more olive oil on it. And you want to do it lightly because you don't want to wash off the batter, but you want to do it lightly, and that way it'll crisp up and it'll be nice, like fried chicken. So let's check on it and see how it's looking. Just as I suspected, it is just starting to brown up a little bit. A little blood running out. The meat's still good and rare, but the batter is starting to brown a little bit. So we're going to take some olive oil and drizzle on that so it'll get crispy. And again, do this lightly. Don't just pour it on because you don't want to wash off your batter. Now let's put it back in there. Probably maybe another 10 minutes. We might decide to flip it. Maybe not. We'll see.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, outdoors with Hogue is cooking up some deer ribs.
And one thing, when it's almost done, I like to throw on there is a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Just sweetens it up and juicens it up a little bit. Another minute or so. All right, let's give it a look. And I believe that is ready. I believe it is ready to come out. Yeah. I cooked it a little longer than I like it because I was cooking mountain, some deer heart for lunch. Now that I got that out, I'm gonna put in the next batch. Put a little bit of rice on to go with it. I'm gonna season a few different things. First of all, some Kerrygold grass-fed butter. A slab or slice or a chunk of. Let's go back with some garlic powder, black pepper, and let's just leave her at that. Now when I'm stirring in a pot, like I don't like to use a fork, so I have to be careful. I like to use something plastic so it doesn't scrape up your pot and chip off flakes or whatever they put on this stuff to make it not stick. You gotta be careful out here. About right there. All right, we got him some deer heart nuggets, deer heart battered nuggets on rice with some barbecue sauce, some Sweet Baby Ray's. You know ain't nothing else. And we're gonna take a little bit of the broth from the deer ribs and season things up a little bit. Just a drizzle. Yeah, let's put him some of these onions on there too. He gonna like some onions. Ooh, it's getting hot. A few onions. Oh yeah. A meal fit for a king. Or at least a mountain. We'll see how he likes it.
Hello, welcome to Inside Edition.
Keep going.
What's
What's new on the Inside Edition? What's on the inside?
We got probably the best deer meat you'll ever see.
Woo! I made some deer heart nuggets. Like I battered them for you because I know you like batter. I put it on a bed of rice. Put you some onions on there from the deer ribs that are cooking, and I got you some Sweet Baby Ray's dipping sauce on the side. Right?
Yes, what?
So we got you a dip, and we're gonna give you a bite, taste test. Oh, it's gonna drip. Don't hurt your teeth on that. Come here. Come here. We need to see your face.
Oh my God.
What do you think, man? I've already tried it, so I know it's good.
I'm gonna pass the freak out. I'm telling
All right.
you.
You're watching Outdoors with Hogue. Hey, see, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that scary. It started out scary with a big old heart,
God.
but it ends up in nice, delicious
so good.
morsels for your family. All right, you guys, I thank you for watching. It's probably about to get nasty up in here. So, say bye, Mount.
See ya.
Outdoors with Hogue, baby. Give me a crank, crank.
Crank.
Sometime.